everyone, it's Tammy, and for today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to make this really cool background. Now I am no expert in this, and the original products that this tutorial called for I couldn't find. It called for 91% alcohol and I couldn't find it. So I am using something that most of you ladies probably have in your stash, and I forgot to bring it over. Nail polish remover. I'm just using plain old nail polish remover that I keep in this little jar for my nails, and a cotton ball. And you're going to need glossy paper. So I have a 3x3 square of that cut out, and white embossing powder, your Versamark. I'm using a embossing buddy, and you need ReInker. And I'm using two different ReInkers. I love pink. No, I don't. Well, I love pink. That's my favorite. But I love purple and blue together. I've always loved those two colors together. I did two different shades of blue on this one to check it out to see if it would even work, and I really like how this one turned out too. But on the one that I'm going to do with you guys, I'm going to use purple and blue. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to put this card over here so I can just use it as a reference. So yeah, finding that alcohol was just crazy. I couldn't find it. I looked at both CVS and Walgreens near me, and I haven't been to Target yet, but I just wanted to play. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to try this, and it worked. So I have a 3x3 square of glossy paper, and I'm just going to take my embossing buddy and just go over the whole thing. This just really helps with the embossing, especially with the static, especially on glossy paper. It's good for any paper, but I often will forget it. And one of my friends, thank you Karis, sent me this little handy dandy metal container that holds my embossing buddy. Super sweet. Okay, so now that I have my embossing buddy over my glossy paper, I'm going to take my Versamark ink, and I'm going to, oh, I need this one bigger, don't I? I was trying to, oh well, that's okay. I'm going to use this, and I'm going to emboss on this. I didn't use my embossing buddy on that one. Let me do it on this one too. It just is like powder, and it just helps so that the embossing doesn't stick to things you don't want it to stick to. I got a sentiment out for this one. I don't know why I am doing this one first, but okay. I have it on here already because I was going to use it on my example card, but then I didn't, so that's really why. So I'm going to emboss "Have a Great Day" right here on this purple. And I don't know if you can see that, but when you do Versamark, it just leaves like a sticky little whatever your image is on there. And then I'm going to clean this off, and I will put that stamp away in a second and throw in my block around. And then I'm going to take one of these birds. It has cute sentiments too. I don't know why I didn't use one of these. I found what I found, and that's what I wanted to use. So I'm going to use this bird on this one. I used the other bird in my set for the first card. And I'm just getting him all Versamarked up. And it's clear. I can't even tell that it's on the stamp, but it's there. And I'm just going to stamp him down and then lift him straight up. And it will stick because it's glossy paper and because it's sticky anyway, so it will stick anyway, but it'll stick extra well with the embossing. And I'm going to clean that in a second because I need to use more cleaner. So the first thing I need to do is actually put embossing powder on these. So I'm going to first use, and I'm using white embossing powder. I'm going to first do this little bird, and I'm putting that sentiment underneath it because I'm going to allow this to fall down, and it will probably just cover up that, and I won't need to do that one too. And then I'm going to take this and try to get all of that embossing powder off. And so now all I have is the little bird image. And I'm going to do the same thing with this. You can see the words now. And I would suggest using higher quality paper when you're embossing. I don't know if it's a necessity, but when you start, I think that's probably one thing that you should invest in is quality paper. Now I have a little bit right there still that's on my cardstock that I don't want, so I'm just going to take a little piece of brush and just brush that off. I'm going to make sure there isn't any under here, but there is. So I'm just going to move that over and get that off too. Because if you have embossing powder on here, that's kind of stuck. Oh well. It will stick. So once you have that the way you want it, oh, let's put this back. I should have another piece of paper under here protecting this, but I don't. I'm living dangerously. Trying to get all that embossing powder back in my container. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take, what did my little thing go? Oh, there it is. We're going to take those and we're going to heat emboss them with our heat gun. So you let that go for about 10 or 15 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever. And then you can melt this and you can watch it melt. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it from where you are, but from my view, I love watching embossing powder melt. I know I've said this a million times and probably every time I use it, I say it, but it's like magic. I just love it. So hopefully you guys can see the difference in color. This one is melted, that one is not. And once you have it all melted, then you're good with that one. I'm going to do the same with this one. And even on this, you can see a color change. Hopefully you guys can see that. So Have a Great is embossed, but the day isn't quite finished being embossed yet. All right. So now we get to play a little bit, and this is fun. Now, because this is nail polish remover and I have nail polish on my hands, I am using my tweezers to hold my cotton ball. So what I'm going to do is just put a tiny bit of nail polish remover on here. I don't know if you can see that, but on my cotton ball, I would put probably 3 times as much of that on my cotton ball to actually take the polish off of my nails. So I'm going to put this down for just a second, and I'm going to open my ReInker. And I have grape, I have purple and blue. And now I haven't done these colors before, so we're in for a treat together. I'm going to put 2 dots of the purple on the top and 2 dots of the blue on the bottom, not using very much at all. And this one belonged to this one. And this one belonged to this one. And I am putting the lids on because I know me, and I will forget that I hadn't put them on, and then I'll end up spilling them. So then I'm going to take my tweezers with my cotton ball, and I'm just going to dab, pushing down a little bit because I want to get some of that nail polish remover on. So I figured nail polish remover might work because it has alcohol in it, but I don't know what the content of alcohol it has in it is. And it just kind of, you do want to do it everywhere, including the image, because it kind of makes the image pop out. Hopefully you guys could see that when I was going. I didn't say it when it was happening. I'm just amazed by it myself. So this is actually not too far off from this one. Oh, it's purpley. And that's it. So I probably have enough on here to do a whole slew of cards, and all I did was little drops. You might even be able to get by with one drop. I don't know. I've just tried it and I'm loving it. I'm having so much fun with it. It's like, it's a get your hands kind of dirty, kind of fun craft to do. So I'm going to let this dry a little bit, and as it's drying, you can wipe off the, well, you know what I did? This is what I did the last time. I just took my cotton ball and held it by the wet end. And so this end is dry. And I just kind of dried it with this. Just my image, just my bird. I should have gotten a paper towel or something, because that probably would have been better. But, I mean, heck, use what you have, and that works. So isn't that cool? It's so neat. So easy, so fast, and so cool. Taz even came to see it. Hi, baby Taz. Hi, sweet monkey. She's been seepy-seepins. He has the seepy eyes, don't you? Yes, you do, love. Oh, you're so cute. You need your nails clipped. Good thing you have an appointment soon. Yes, you do. You got an appointment. You're going to go to the spa. Lucky boy. You're so cute. Okay, sorry, I had to level my doggy. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this away because I'm not going to use it anymore right now. But it's so easy and it works, and I'm so excited. So yeah, and this is just scrap paper. So I just keep scrap paper around just to have it. I like all different sizes. So I picked out a purple cardstock to use and some white cardstock. And I was going to actually put this behind that. So I either need to cut this down or just get another piece of white. I might trim this down a little bit, but I might end up getting another piece of white too. So I was silly when I did it. I was doing opposite. I want the purple on the white, and in my head I was doing the white on the purple. So the dimensions and stuff of the card are it's just an A2 size card. I'm probably not going to provide dimensions for all the little pieces that I'm doing, just because it's going to totally depend on what stamp set you're using, and the technique is really what it was about, not so much the card stuffs. But it is a really cool technique, and I am super excited about it. I'm cutting this off really little, so maybe I don't have to put another piece of white. I could do it like that. Okay, I think I'll just do that, because I don't have another piece of white handy, and I'd have to cut a whole sheet just for that, and I don't want to. So there. So I'm going to start with this on the back, which I think is lovely. Oh my gosh. So it's already dry, already everything. It's ready to go. I didn't have to heat set it again or anything. And I'm just going to put that right on here. And so my card base is this one. And I'm going to put my purple down here. I didn't clean off my work surface well enough. I need to change this vinyl out, but who knows when that will happen. That means I have to stop crafting and clean, and that's no fun. And I'm just going to put this right on top like that. So these cards are very, very similar. You could gift them as a set if you wanted to. Make a couple more and use other colors. I don't have every color of ReInker. I used to try to buy every color of ReInker, and then I just kind of stopped because I don't have to re-ink my stamps very much. I forgot to put a ribbon on there. And I even have this purple ribbon, but I like this better. I forgot. So let me let me show you my little cheater method. You guys probably already know this, but I will just lift up that card and stick this down on there. I just need to put some adhesive on both sides of my ribbon. Oop, none got on that side. It's sticking to here, that's why. Do I have it on that side? No. Oh yes, I do. Okay. So I'm going to put this where I think I want it, about right there. And then I'm going to try to carefully pull up. And usually it works. I've had times where I've had to re-glue, which might be right now actually. It's kind of popping up, so I'm just going to take this and lift the whole thing up and then put some adhesive down and then stick it all down again. Now it's way better. I'm going to go ahead and fold this at the score line, burnish it, and then I have this. I think I'm going to pop dot this. I'm just going to put this, I think, right below, just because I don't want the pop dots to be just resting on the, oh, that's not straight. Good grief. It was straight, it wasn't centered, I guess is what I should have said. That looks better. And then I'm going to take this and put it right down right on top with a little bit of the white showing on each side. And I think I'm still going to do a bow because I like bows. So I'm going to just do a basic bow where I do a bunny ear and a bunny ear and then tie those together. Let that fall down. And then you just have to play with it. To get it the size that you want it. And I play with it probably far too much, but I like them to be a specific size that I have in my head. And until it gets that size, I play. It doesn't help that this ribbon is a little bit giving, so like I tighten it and then I have to tighten it some more just to make sure it stays, and sometimes it will pull more, but there we go. That's about what I want. And now let's trim these at an angle there and an angle there. Perfect. And I'm going to get a glue dot or 2 or 3. I'm going to put one on each of the bow loops. And I'll put this right up here, like so. And sometimes it depends on the ribbon whether or not I need a third one, maybe holding one of these down or something like that, but this ribbon looks fine. So there we go. There is our completed project. Isn't that adorable? I just love it. So again, it's just a couple drops of ReInker, and this is regular ReInker. It's inker. It's not alcohol ReInker, just regular ReInker and fingernail polish remover over an embossed image on glossy paper. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I don't know if it would work on regular paper or not. You know what? I still have my little thing in here. Let's see. I know I have a little scrap. And here's this. Let's see if it would work on regular paper. I would say it does. It's a little harder to put on. It doesn't on the, and it might be because this is a little drier now too. On the glossy paper, it's really easy to lay down. I mean, like, I don't have to push hardly at all. I just kind of just put it on there. On this one, I'm pushing pretty good, but I'm still getting a pretty good effect. Yeah, I mean, and it's wet, so I would probably heat dry this, but you could probably do it on regular paper. Give it a try. It's just crafting. You're not going to mess anything up. So thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.